Flogcast may occasionally contain explicit content that makes it not safe for work or for minors. It also doesn't provide an excuse to use the same words on Bay 13. Normal big footy rules still apply.
This is the Flogcast for round 10. Hosting is Mr. Moral Victory Cookie. Joining us, fresh from picking out cigarette butts at the MCG, we have Teach.
Oh, hello. Fucking Chopper Teach here. I've got a bit of a weather forecast. Wherever Fremantle play next week, it's going to be raining. And it's going to be raining out of Ross Lyon's box. And in Melbourne, there's going to be a hail. A fucking hail of bullets at Steel Sidebottom's house. So his 10-year-old head won't look like it. It'll be sprayed all over his fucking fridge.
And joining us once again is proud player sponsor of James Asia and someone who is pushing for Fasolo for All-Australian, Morgan Ashley.
What a load of dribble that was, Teach. Oh, the pies.
We've got fresh from Manchester and from his new job, proud supporter of Donald Trump and Fremantle, Jose Mourinho.
Hello, gentlemen.
We've got...
Oh, hi.
Hey, hi.
Hi. And we've got someone in the complete opposite position of Fremantle, Dan.
What the fuck is Jose doing on here?
Aren't you meant to be at 7-Eleven, Dan?
Aren't you meant to be at fuck off, Phil?
Oh,
Yeah, great. Now I want a strawberry Big M.
And lastly, we have got the brains trust behind all the cringe-worthy and potentially gay Hawthorn stuff, Penals.
My milkshake brings all the Hawk supporters to the yard.
Alright, and well, suppose to start off, we have Gil and Tears. Who would like to go first?
Ready? I've got Tears. Fremantle, 0-9. Fucking hell. They're shit. They're rubbish. Like, same issues. Never mind, I'm done. I'm gonna be crying all night.
Does that mean you're leaving now? Okay, see ya.
Yep, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Out.
Is that how long you usually last?
Oh, not really.
Alright, someone else?
Teach.
No, you can go, Morgan. You got the winning rights. Go.
I have Tears for Teach. For a man who was so confident and so cocky and so arrogant last week, how the mighty have fallen. I warned you, I told you you wouldn't win, and I giggled along when you were stroking yourself to your predictions, and I was right. Hashtag Morgs was right. We were magnificent, and you were subpar. Shit.
Yeah, well, I've got Tears for our new game plan. It's very interesting. Never seen it happen before, where you handball at your teammate's feet or over his head. And good old Paddles came down from Brisbane to watch a lot of footy on the weekend, and we went together to the game, and we sat there like we'd been sucking a lemon for half an hour and watched Collingwood just rip as a new one. So
the real question is, how many milfs did you fuck after the game?
How many what?
Milfs. You know, Paddles love the milfs.
No, I had I had my sad face on, so I was not attractive.
But
So
don't the MILFs love
hashtag,
that shit? Like, they want someone to fix and stuff. Like, that's what they love.
well, hashtag Morgs was right.
Yes.
Well, suppose Penal, would you like with goo or tears? What do you have?
Yeah, all right. I'll spray some goo for Alistair Clarkson because he's had the unique ability this week to make to trigger the periods of all the perpetually offended retards on the Sydney board, looking at you, Von and Chunky Chicken, because he actually came out and said in the press conference Sydney weren't that good, and the Sydney board fucking hated it. And listen up, you fucking special snowflakes. That's actually a compliment. Use a bit of brain power. Because if he's saying you're not that good and still won, that's a compliment. It would have been a lot worse if he had said, we played like shit, Sydney played their best, and we still got close. So, Clarkson is my goo because even when Hawthorn lose, we still make Sydney take it up the bum.
And also, he's one of his coaches, unlike Brad Scott. Brad Scott's a big fucking... Is it Chris? Oh, no, it's Chris Scott, actually. He's a big one of not complimenting the other team when they win. It's always Geelong played shit. So I like Clarko for that.
Dan, goo or tears? Or neither?
Well, seeing as Starburns is not here, I'm allowed to goo about my team's undefeated streak. 9-0, cannot be stopped.
You can, 9-13.
Yeah. You've been on here for too long. Can you leave?
Sorry, Dan, I cannot do that.
Well, you can. You just go to the sign out button and click on it. Off you go.
Where's the Eddie key?
Eddie key? What the fuck's the Eddie key?
Exactly.
Yeah, we won't lose another game for the rest of the year. We can't be stopped.
I tipped this.
Shut up. You've tipped it 4 years in a row. Shut up.
Well, we're going to get it right eventually.
Well, I've tipped it once, and that was this year. North are scary prospect, guys. Scary, scary. I don't know how they are still 5th in the line of betting. You people are idiots.
I'm not sure. They're 6th.
Chuck the house on it. Seriously.
I suppose I'll go. I've got goo because St Kilda won. Woo! Which is always fantastic. And yeah, that's it. We beat Essendon. Not that goo worthy.
Ooh, Essendon. Ooh, you beat Essendon.
Ooh,
hey.
What a scary prospect.
They beat him by more than Geelong did.
I'm scared of the fact it's going to be we beat Fremantle.
But then again, I don't find Geelong to be a very scary prospect because they're not very good at football.
Oh, shut up, bitch.
Well, speaking of Geelong, well, they had quite an embarrassing loss to a pretty impressive Collingwood outfit, and I believe Morgs and Teach, your thoughts?
I'll teach you can cry first.
We were shit.
Can you say that in like Ronnie John's Chopper version? Oh, we were shit. We were fucking hopeless.
Oh yeah, well sometimes you fly along and you think you're going okay, and then all of a sudden the engine's cut out and you go, fucking Chopper, help me. I was too busy opening the free peanuts.
Well.
In normal English, Morgs, your thoughts?
Well, that's very Geelong centric. Like, a little disrespectful to your opponent who dominated you. Like, we had the game over by quarter time, and that, in no uncertain terms, to me was like, we are still going to lose because we could easily give this lead up in a quarter. But what was most pleasing was the fact that in the last quarter we pulled away again. We let them get within 9 points, and then we're still able to wrestle back control and momentum and kick away for a 4-goal win. And it was just magnificent. Magnificent to see them not throw in the towel and go and just concede that the better side was going to beat them, because that's what we would have done 5 weeks ago.
And it's also an impressive return from Arnold Cantleberry, who actually played well.
He's played well. He's played well the last few weeks, but all I wanted was him to not play in defence because he's not a defender. You don't go paddock bashing in your Rolls Royce. You don't put him in defence. Like, put him in the middle and let him dictate the play of the game. That's all I wanted. And let him not have to worry about chasing somebody else. And
by the way, how's life at the orphanage? Penelope Cruz has already given me 5 head jobs, so
settle down,
things
Woody Allen.
Things are working out all right.
Well, that's really creepy, Woody Allen.
Yeah, incest is not cool.
She might be your Soon Yi, but that's fucked up.
I must admit, also, Reece Stanley kicked another 3 clangers. So, yay for him.
He's really securing up that Clangman medal.
Oh, yeah.
Reece Stanley was not very good, but there weren't many Geelong players who could hold their head up and say that they won their position.
But you know your team's really in trouble when you let Mason Cox take a running bounce and kick a goal the way he did.
But in terms of excitement, that was just great. You knew that, I think there were hearts in mouths all around the ground, like, oh no, he's going to bounce it. This is going to be a highlight reel in a very bad way. ESPN kind of, what a fuck up. But it was great to see him bounce it, somehow manage to find the ball again, and then finish off and kick the goal. For a guy who's kicked the ball for so little amount of time, he really does seem to grasp what is needed from him.
If you can't make me take any more venison, I'm going to die of fucking toxic shock.
Well, you kind of deserve it.
Get fucked.
I would like to think, I think Geelong are getting a bit ahead of themselves. I mean, you got Dangerfield, who decided to gift his wife with a photo of himself, for fuck's sake. I mean, what the fuck, Teach?
That was very funny. I thought that, I like that. I like a bit of banter between spouses. That's funny. It was the look on her face was magnificent. The fact that that poster was the only way she had of identifying him on Saturday because he went missing was even funnier.
Danger who? But yeah, Geelong didn't play very well at all. Jeez, you could just put them in a purple shirt and say they're Fremantle, in my opinion, because they played horrible.
No, they were much taller.
Oh, touche.
No, they're a good middle-range football side. They are not contenders for a flag. You don't show up on the biggest stage there is and put in that kind of a performance. Nope.
So you're saying Collingwood are going to be in finals?
No.
You know about Collingwood's?
I didn't say that at all, but at least we turn up to the big stage and we gave it a crack. And that was all they had to do. If they had done that, they might have beaten us, but they didn't even give a whimper in the first quarter. Didn't score a goal.
Wasn't there a thread about that, about Geelong being the only team that scored goals, or was it another team that scored a goal every quarter? I know it was West Coast.
Jose, you need to trim your eyebrows, mate. You're starting to look like Gary Lyon.
Hey, what if I told you I am Gary Lyon?
I thought you were Hutchie.
Too late.
The only grass you've been cutting is with a lawnmower.
Ouch. You guys are so mean to me. I've done nothing wrong.
Is that really your eyebrows? Oh no.
You should dye them purple like my head.
They look like Emperor caterpillars.
It's like a Chewbacca landing strip. It's two of them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This will be in the edit. I'm not cutting this.
Oh, of course.
Great. So that means that you'll only have to do this for like 10 minutes and it'll be uploaded.
Pretty much.
Good.
I don't mind.
Because it takes Starburns to... He's very diligent with his editing and it takes him like a day to go through it.
He edits out our exhales and everything.
He hides behind a piece of paper.
It's not him.
Oh, that's Silent Alarm.
That's not him. The piece of paper would be taller than him. Let's see if he listens to our podcast.
Don't blame him if he doesn't.
Oh.
He's one of the lollipop kids from The Wizard of Oz.
I'll put that.
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. Sorry.
Moving on.
We're going to talk about, Giants decided to empty the Bulldogs' bath and give them a good beating. And, yeah, pretty good performance. But we also had one of the worst pieces of commentary by that utter cunt fuck Basil Zampalas. I mean, where
Give
did
it-
Basil?
Baz,
Give it to us, Cookie. What did he say?
I think Dogs kicked a goal and it's like, oh, to Leon Cameron. It's like, oh, did that last goal relieve you, Leon? It's like, ugh, Basil, just fuck off already. Just
He referred to Leon Cameron as the Bulldogs coach.
yeah.
And they tried to talk to the coach again later in the game, and apparently he just said he just refused. So they just got one of the assistants to come on and chat to the commentators. This isn't the only time he cocks up these sort of things. He does this regularly, and Channel 7 keep putting him on.
Never
We
trust
all,
the
we
man
all sort
who's-
of wondered how he was going to top that fucking indoor breeze comment from a few weeks ago, but he's done it because you'd think as a commentator that one of the first things you would know is who the 18 coaches are and what teams they coach, but apparently not. Apparently that's not a requirement to be a commentator on television.
Never trust a man who's named after a herb.
Haha.
I prefer the 2 first names comment. You never trust a man with 2 first names.
You wouldn't trust a man with that nose. I mean, think of the fucking lying he's done.
If Basil Zempoulos runs into a brick wall with an erection, he breaks his nose. That's how wrong that man is.
even like as funny as it wasn't the best call of anything that happened this week. JB's call of Buddy's goal was better.
No, their standard of commentating is just going down, just introducing all these vlogs from, like, has-beens from ex-football clubs.
Yeah, also
Boys club, yep.
speaking about it, I mean, Heath Shaw, he played a fucking ripper of a game. I mean, like, got 36 kicks with like 90 efficiency or some shit like that.
Who did he play on?
Oh, fucking
No.
no one.
Exactly.
Didn't play on anyone.
Overrated performance. People claiming that it was this almighty backman performance, and I think a lot of people are looking at fantasy points for this performance. I think someone said he scored over 200 or something.
The highlight of Heath Shaw's weekend was his tweet where he put a picture of his boot up and said, think it might be time for a new right boot. # worn out. # switch kick. # switch back. So a bit of a quality banter from Shaw.
Racking up the cheap stats. At least he acknowledges it.
Well, it was a hard week in Supercoach this week, so he probably had himself as captain and thought he had to lift to cover all those noughts people were getting. Not me though, because I'm sitting like in the top 200 overall. Ouch.
Didn't you say before the start of the season that you needed someone to pick your side, or were you just joking?
I was joking.
Okay.
I literally am in the top 200 overall.
But the real question is, how are you going in our real dream team? We all know Teach is an avid follower of that board on Big Footy.
I think that's more commonly known as Go You Pups' board. Don't confuse it.
You're not talking about the
mistake.
SFA, are you?
Actually, are you above Go You Pups in Supercoach?
Of course
Because
I am.
he called us all peasants.
I'm ranked 287 out of 217,000.
I'm like 140,000 odd. You know, just a bit
I'm
difference.
probably bottom.
But Teach, how is your love affair with the draft, whatever it was, board?
What?
You know your medicine thread that you posted on Go You Pups' board.
Oh, well, I was just trying to be funny, that's all. Using a bit of isms.
Yeah, but you posted on the wrong board.
You posted it.
No, he was trying to not take his medicine by hiding it on a board that fucking no one reads.
You might
Well, I
as well-
didn't realise I did it, and somebody rescued me.
We also got to talk about Cameron. I mean, he kicked another bag, and he's a fucking gun still.
Yeah, Cameron's
You're
fucking
loving.
scary.
Yeah, if he'd played the first 4 weeks, he'd win the Coleman easily. He might still, because I reckon Buddy might get rested a week or two. So,
Oh, he's got a big
who knows?
downhill to be afraid of. Just downhill skier. Guy kicks bags in first quarter.
So where is he overall now? Jeremy Cameron's on 21, so he's 16 behind, but that's only a couple of good games, really. And if they've got a soft draw coming home, you reckon he might be able to do it?
I mean, they haven't faced Essendon yet.
Yeah, he's going to kick 20 that week.
Or Carlton.
Yeah, well, they've got Adelaide this week, so you'd think that they'd be able to keep him to maybe just a couple. And then
Where
just,
are they playing?
Adelaide too.
but
Adelaide do tend to get into shootouts though, so I could see Cameron kicking 5 or 6.
but then he plays against Geelong, so he's up. You could keep 10 then.
10, I'd say 15. It's Geelong.
Geelong, and then Essendon, and then onto Carlton. Like, he could catch that up by the next 3 weeks.
You guys are going to cop so much shit when we start stringing wins together again.
Well,
already copping off shit being 0-9.
I don't care how many wins you string together. They weren't against my team.
Maybe you can beat us, Teach, or give us our first win, which I'll laugh so hard if we beat Geelong.
I'm checking now to see if we get to play our little bunnies again.
We don't play again this year, do we?
No, I wish we did, because then we'd get another win. But
yeah, Geelong are Collingwood's bunnies and Fremantle's bunnies, so I reckon Fremantle will be 1-21, and with that one coming against Geelong, in Geelong probably.
Fremantle can't even beat us now. Jeez.
Fremantle can't even beat a wet paper bag, that's all I'm going to say. Anyways, is that it for this game? Cookie?
Oh, we've got to talk about Stringer, who went missing.
No, I'd rather not.
Good team, no Stringer. Oh, what a shock.
Please.
What was it? Was there a hole in the package?
Well,
the Vanishing Act was part of the package. The Vanishing Act was part of the package.
Oh, was it?
Ah. Like a rabbit in the hat.
Next game, well, the Swans versus the Hawks, which was a kind of a shit fest on Friday night, apart from Buddy.
It was like...
This game did not matter. Like, it's the definition of a game that didn't matter because the result was kind of irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. And, you know, the way we started, you could tell most of the players probably didn't want to be out there. So, it was an appalling sort of standard of football by both teams, which Clarkson noted well. If not for the only sort of highlights of the game was sort of Buddy's long bomb goal and the one he gave off to Rowan. So, yeah, not much to talk about it.
I love the fact that this game doesn't matter, and then Geelong get beaten by Collingwood, and the moon's going to smash into the earth.
I think the game didn't matter because it was such a dour affair. Like, even for a neutral, and Al and I went along, and fuck, it was boring.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good standard of football. Neither team were really dominant. Like, it was just meh.
It was a big scrap fest.
I mean, Not Cookie went along with Not Cookie's friend, and even they find it dull, and one of them was a Hawk supporter.
This was the only highlight.
From the Swans' point of view, Sinclair to the Bud. Bud's got to find it. He's going to have a go from 80. A bouncing ball goes through. Piss off. Piss off, Bud. You can't be doing that.
Oh, that was a great.
So bright.
Piss off, Bud. Oh, very good.
Well, Hawthorn lost, so that's good.
Yeah, I was listening to the commentators on Reddit. They're trying to make it like some big thing. I'm going, they're both 60 points to 50. This boring as batshit. They must be playing like crap.
You'd be used to fucking 60 points to 50, you fucking Freo supporter.
Hey, we score 80 points, thank you very much. Now we can't even get past 50. Disappointment happens when you support Freo.
Anyway, well, anything else on that game?
The highlight was and the other highlight was the crowd.
Yeah,
and the mutual respect between both sets of supporters was really nice to see. Because some things are bigger than football, and that was nice. So, respect for both teams.
Move on.
Gold Coast got smashed by the Crows. Anything on that game?
Jeez, how backwards have Gold Coast gone? Like, they beat Fremantle at Subi. We're competitive against a few teams. Now they're losing by 80 points to fucking Melbourne. 70 points to Adelaide. I think Rodney Eade's got to be sacked, in my opinion, because how can you go backwards against, these mediocre teams?
How could you be 9 rounds in and not win a single game?
Yeah, I don't know either. Fucking Ross better answer that before I fucking sack him.
It's like Fast and the Furious 15. They've learned how to drive in reverse at full speed.
Well, Jose will not be replacing Rodney Eade anytime soon because the chairman came out during the week and guaranteed that Eade would coach next year. So probably they recognise the injury catastrophe that they've got going there, and they'd probably blame it on that. But I think they've got serious problems in the way they're playing as well.
That WOG president for Carlton said the same thing about Mick Malthouse.
That WOG president.
What's his name?
Luke Judice.
I'm not even going to bother pronouncing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what they say, if officials say about the Cups, it doesn't really hold anything. I mean, he could still go next week.
Isn't that the kiss of death when you get the guarantee of the board? The full support of the
There's
board.
a full support of the board.
That or
"Oh,
a 100-point loss usually gets.
Isn't that rule only applicable at Carlton? The full support of the board curse?
Oh no, it's worked
Or
at
is
St
it
Kilda.
also-
I think it's applicable
No,
to any
I'm
board
sure
in
that-
general.
I'm sure
If
it's-
they say, sorry,
Richmond
sorry, Morgs.
shut up,
If
okay."
they say you get the backing of the board, generally means you're getting fired next game if you lose, pretty much.
No, anything else on Gold Coast occurs?
Nah,
Yeah.
they're injury rattled now. Now they're, God, will they be able to field a side anytime soon?
Yeah, they got injuries, guys. They'll bounce back.
Next game we have the Pufferfish, who have become quite fuggish, versus the Eagles, and the Eagles won away from home for the first time since, I don't know, the fucking 90s, I guess.
Since God was a boy.
Yeah.
The Fugu, I tell you what,
Can you just call them the deflated fish rather than the puffered fish? Because they're an average side, Port Adelaide.
But they have been for a long time, just no one wanted to see that. Now you're waking up. NL was right.
Like I said a couple of weeks ago, this is their level, and 14 was the aberration.
Yeah.
I like that cartoon someone put up, that Admiral Akbar from Star Wars, and he said, "It's a tarp."
Oh, they're going to be needing those tops soon enough.
Do
Maybe
they want to borrow mine?
they almost had to throw one over Andrew Gaff when Jonas killed him.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
bad.
that was
It was a
disgusting.
very thuggish act, and
What a shit bloke.
I mean, it's not the first time he's done quite a bit of dog acts, hasn't he?
No, at least this one was in, play was still going. When he crunched Dangerfield, it was fucking quarter time.
Yeah, well, he's.
yeah,
gone
but this
straight
was
to the
obviously
cross.
a lot worse. Like, I think Waitley made the comment on 360 that he could have killed Gaff, and that sounds ridiculous, but he could have. That is a very nasty, nasty hit.
You're not used to getting elbows to the back of the head.
Not since Lethal stopped playing. People aren't prepared for that. But
Yep.
if you've seen a picture of that was in the newspaper over the last 2 days of that incident, the look in his eye as he squared him up was frightening.
Frightening?
It was. It's a really disturbing picture when you see Jonas so ready to take him out, and he's got his elbow up, and Gaff is completely unaware. It's
like he's got a. I saw the picture you're talking about. It's like he's got a taste for blood, and he's like, "I'm gonna hit this guy, and I don't care what the consequences are."
He hit him to hurt him, and if you look into those eyes and if you say that wasn't intentional what he did, you're off your tree. Those eyes show nothing but intent.
So he's
How many weeks does he get?
At least 7.
He's frightening when the guy at the supermarket goes along with his little ticket thing and put price tags on all of the baked bean cans. Is that it?
No. I think you're trying to make a joke of something that's not a joke.
So you meant priceless?
No.
What the hell are you talking about, Teach?
She said price. She said pricing.
I said frightening. Frightening. Frightening.
Oh, well, that would be my deafness kicking in.
Okay.
Oh, anything
Teach
else?
is a diplomacy champion, not a spelling bee champion.
Frightening.
Well, I was doing my best supporting Port Adelaide against the Eagles, as I usually do. But after Jonas today hit the gap, and I was going, I hope the Eagles win this thing, because I don't like the pufferfish anymore. They're absolute thugs.
They've done this for quite a while, aren't they? They dive a bit, they bitch. They wear a different jumper every week. Good point, NL.
They have jail bars on their shirt, like the thugs.
No, they don't.
Or they try to have them when they steal from
They
the
have
Sandfield Club.
They do have Chinese writing on the back of their shirts. They're the masters of sort of cheap gimmicks, and I guess the masters of cheap shots as well.
They would literally sell their mother for $1.
Oh, don't tell Koshi that. He'll fucking do it.
Yeah, Koshi,
They're
the
such a plastic
self-proclaimed finance expert, is actually kind of broke himself.
He's an accountant.
Pretty
He's not
funny.
a financial expert.
And
Accountants know.
he's still got that look of surprise on his face.
That's because he's a dopey cunt.
He can't believe anyone's actually listening to what he's saying. Teach, have a look at that photo.
Hang on.
That looks like me when I'm trying to slurp something through a straw. I've got that sort of lips.
He's like, ooh, he gonna get knocked the fuck out. That's what he's saying. You gonna get got.
Except when I'm drinking something through a straw, I'm not trying to elbow someone within my vicinity.
Unless you're line for a big game.
What if they're trying to steal your drink and you're just trying to elbow them to get them away?
Well, yeah, maybe.
Dan carries.
What kind of drinks do you drink through a straw, Dan?
A milkshake.
Strawberry?
No, not fucking strawberry.
Chocolate.
Fuck's sake. No, have you ever tried one of them ones from the pancake? Who goes to the pancake parlour?
Oh, yeah. A Swiss Mountain Malt.
Yeah, the Swiss Mountain Malt. I tried that for the first time about a month ago. Very, very nice. Very expensive too.
Oh, they are. They're like $10 for a fucking milkshake.
Yeah.
Put some alcohol in it if you want me to charge me that much.
Yeah, you can't go there regularly. You'll be broke. Yeah.
Teach, look at the picture yet?
Yes, I did look at the picture, and yes, he has intent to kill.
So what do we reckon weeks wise? Like they graded it intentional and severe, which it was. So I can't see it being less than 5. It's a matter of is it
6
more?
weeks. It's a bad record as well.
I reckon 8 weeks.
It's
Go get
got
stuff.
to be 6 or more. If May went for what did he go for?
4.
He went for 5.
No, for
4 to
upgrade.
5 because of a bad record.
5.
Yeah.
He's got to be at least 5 to 6, and I think it should be more. And I don't care how many press conferences you do saying you're sorry. It's too late for that. If Andrew Gaff didn't get up, it's too late for that. Like that's yuck.
Yeah. One Republic said it best. It's too late to apologise.
Apologise.
Oh, Penal, that was really bad.
That was good on Penal. Keep it up.
This is exactly how he came up with the One Direction video.
Oh, well, moving on to... Well, fuck, the rest of the games really didn't matter apart from Fremantle being fucking shit again. Haha.
It's not a surprise.
I think the North game mattered, didn't it?
Yeah, North game was pretty good.
Against Carlton, though.
I'm sorry, but
Carlton.
any side manages to go 9 and zip, it's worthy of note.
Oh, don't talk about it. I don't give a fuck.
Carlton won 4 in a row. They're on a bit of a roll. And North are, looking
Carlton
like
have
crap.
already
No.
exceeded their expectations since
North
round
haven't
9.
played anybody. They haven't been... You know what I saw? This guy deleted it before I could quote it again. This numpty on the main board, he was a Sydney poster, he said, North haven't played anybody above them on the ladder.
Was it Chunky Chicken? It was probably Chunky
Retard.
Chicken.
No wonder North haven't played anyone above them on the ladder, because they're on top of the ladder. Oh, come on.
So, I gotta say, North done, they deserve to be top. It's just they looked pretty shit against Essendon. That's why I didn't think they would win this game.
I think he was just... You reckon he was just winding you up there, Dan, maybe?
No,
there was something... That's what he said. He wasn't quoting anybody. He just said that on his own...
If it's who I think it is, that person is genuinely dim. Think fucking Tiki Tire if he'd had a lobotomy.
And if it was to wind someone up, he wouldn't have deleted it.
No, I think he realised what he posted and thought, oh no, I don't want to be quoted on this.
I will say, the thing about North that's impressive is just, I get the idea that they're not going at 100%. That's my perception. They're, saving themselves for later.
No, I think, every year North have been a sleeper early on, and they've kicked into gear when it gets to July, August, and then hit their straps in September. And if that's what they're doing this year, watch out. Because I've been to most North games this year, and not once have I thought this is the best they can play. Not a chance.
It's scary. They're not going to lose a game for the rest of the year.
I don't think they'll ever lose one again.
That's a long time. That's like millennia.
Oh, not really. They'll probably try to get sent away again. But this could be a dynasty, or just a mini dynasty of a year.
I'd take a mini dynasty.
You can't really call it a dynasty imminent if half their team is over 30. Like,
Well, they were over 30 last year and over 30 the year before, and they haven't got any worse.
She's just saying it because she wants some tonight.
I don't need to say anything to get some.
I'm pretty sure Morgs wears the pants in that relationship anyway.
No, neither of us are wearing pants.
Ooh, smooth.
Are you recording from the bedroom again?
Yes, we are. NL is laying down on the bed very seductively.
Has he got his leopard skin undies on?
He has no underwear on.
Picks.
Picks or get GTFO.
You want pics of NL in his jocks?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I thought Penal was the 48%er.
Yeah, not even I'm going that far, guys. Come on.
At least Penal was like fantasizing about Teach with clothes on.
Do you want that in or out, Dan?
Do whatever you like.
In.
People are spoken.
No, keep it in if we get picks.
Everything stays.
Well, yeah, stick it in. Phrasing.
That's what I say. Anyway,
well,
moving along.
fucking any other games you want to talk about?
We could talk about the Collingwood VFL game and Travis Cloke's return to form. 4 goals.
Or we could not.
This is AFL.
We don't talk
We
about
could talk about Brisbane versus Melbourne, and this was very nearly my tears. Reece Matheson and his fucking
the ducking, yeah.
Selwood impersonation.
Was it 5 free kicks from ducking? I mean, fuck. I mean, shit ass effort there.
Talking about the ducking.
Oh, is he a
On
Brisbane?
debut.
Like, I had to Google who that was.
Yeah, he's obviously learned from Christensen, who's brought the Geelong culture to the Bryans.
So it was his first game and he got 5 free kicks. Oh, actually, I heard about this before the start of the game, about how he had perfected the art of getting free kicks for too high. I didn't remember that to watch the game or anything because that's irrelevant, but nice to see they were right. If you got 5. Is this what we're teaching?
Yeah,
Is this what we want to encourage? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
talking about how those
We've
high
already
tackles.
done this game. Move on, you dickheads.
No, we haven't.
We're talking
Really
about
haven't you, dickhead?
Melbourne and Brisbane.
Brisbane. Just because we were talking about someone ducking doesn't mean it was your side. Fucking goose.
the Geelong plague that's moved on to another club and on to the next generation of players.
They're learning it from
That'd be fair to say.
Yeah, they're learning it from the Geelong Falcons as well. I mean, fucking Selwood pops down and says, "Oh, this is how you do a free kick, kids." I mean, your captains are can't teach.
I blame the Geelong.
Remember that dab footy ad that Ugak did the parody on? It's like, if you duck your head, you get a free kick, and that's what they've taught the kids these days.
Well, they're not ducking anymore. They're just dropping their legs and they get head-high contact. I think eventually what's going to happen is that one of the guys is going to get a serious neck injury, and then the AFL will clamp down on it. Because there's so many stuff that's happening.
To have that
Do you know how the AFL likes to overreact? They'd probably ban all tackling altogether and just make the sport touch.
To have that as something being coached as a tactic, like, to me as a purist of the game, like, I hate that. Like, you should be rewarding the player that goes for the ball and puts his head over it, but not the guy who does it with an intention of, like, drawing a free kick. Like, win the ball and win it on its merits. Don't be so soft.
Do you duck your head in netball, Morgs?
I wouldn't duck my head for anything. Like, if I play sport, I think I would play sport like Jack Zeeble. Put my head over the ball, and that's why he's my favourite player from another club. Put my head over the ball, and what will be will be. But I will never take a backward step, never take a short step.
Is that why you keep busting your fingers all the time?
That is exactly why I'm always injured.
That's not exactly what I've heard, that you wouldn't duck your head for anything.
But when I do it.
No, but I agree. Like, seriously, there's people just camp their heads over the ball and just wait for the head-high contact, and then,
and when,
have a rubber neck like Jack Darling.
Even when it's your own team, I hate seeing one of my own players do it. And Pendlebury draws so many of those free quick kicks lately, and I find it disappointing. Like, you're better than that.
Like, you're a hard player. Just get in hard and fucking get it out.
And the worst thing is when people try to justify it, going, "Oh, you should tackle better." I'm like going, I have no idea why a guy is leading at me with his head. Like, how are they meant to tackle?
Oh,
If I
well.
was trying to tackle you, Jose, those eyebrows would put me off. I'd go straight for the stomach. I wouldn't go near your head.
You'd
Good
need
work,
to be
Dad.
on the
Good
ground.
work.
You'd need to be on the ground to tackle him around the stomach because he's short, very short.
Good work, Morgs.
Jose,
Thanks.
Yes, Jose.
are you a short man, Jose?
Yep.
Are you shorter than Starburns?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, new shortest man on the internet.
Are we
Is that
talking?
even possible?
Is this like Tyrion Lannister sort of short, or
Oh, God, no.
are you a
Stay
legal?
away from St Kilda.
Are you
No,
flammable?
I'm not legally a midget, no. Anything
So
you want to know, Dan?
something between Tyrion Lannister and Brent Harvey.
Yeah.
Are you taller than Caleb Daniels?
Jesus, man, what happened, man? I mean, did you not grow as a kid?
No.
Only his eyebrows did.
He's from
Yeah, they're vicious as shit.
he's from Chernobyl.
No, I'm not a
He's
Russian. I'm
he's not from-
British and Irish.
He's not from Middle Earth, is he?
I've had that joke a few times, actually.
Check his feet, see if they're hairy.
He could be a relative of Starburns.
What is this little foot?
Little Hairy Foot. I think that's his tribe name.
So is this going to be 20 minutes on paying out on Jose section with the talking points?
We do that when
Pretty
you're not
much.
on here. I mean, it's no different.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Anyway, I suppose you've got to stop the talking points, and I suppose, well, we need to be serious. I mean, Jared Roughead, having the reoccurrence of melanoma, suppose, like, well, I wish him all the best, and I'm sure the rest of us do. I mean, anyone want to say a few words?
It's
The,
terrible that Roughhead. He's a really good player, and they just have these horrible, melanovas and stuff like that. It's horrible to happen to a great of the game. He's like a really good forward. And
The
he's a good bloke.
outpouring of support from the AFL community as a whole was really good. It was nice to see everyone get behind him. I'm sure everyone knows someone who has had cancer or who had been affected by cancer in their lives, and it's just a bitch and a massive burden on a massive challenge for him and his family to work through. So I and all of us here wish him all the best, and it's good to know that he's got such a great community, the AFL community, rallying around him.
If he's got
Here.
if he's got the melanoma in his skin again, his chances are very good. But if it's spread to other parts of his body, that's not so great. But there are experimental therapies, and I just hope that they can work for him, because he's not just a great footballer. He's a great bloke.
Yeah, I don't think there wouldn't be a single person in football who had a bad word to say about Roughy. And I think you can see by the outpouring of emotion from not just his own teammates or his ex-teammates, but just the footballing public in general, that everyone loves Roughy, and no one deserves to go through this, but everyone's behind him and as a collective, and we hope that he gets back to full fitness soon. And yeah, it's awful.
I think he's going to have to go for chemo if it spreads as well, and that's going to be awful. Chemo is an awful treatment. It's literally just poisoning your own body to get everything out.
Yeah.
If anyone can beat it, it's Rough.
Yeah, he's a strong-willed man. Everyone's said that about him. He's obviously beaten it once last year, and let's hope for his sake he can do it again.
Yeah.
We're all behind you, Rough.
Get back on the field. That's what we want.
Yeah, footy's better with him out there on the field.
Rightio.
Now to,
Right. So what about this Kanya
yeah.
and his drink drive?
Yeah, footy's not better with him on the field, but it's probably not better with him behind a car either.
No, well at least he didn't do a buddy and clean up 4 cars.
And he didn't get his mate to drive the car like Buddy did to Sharon, bastard.
Yeah, didn't do it. Oh, I crashed your Jeep. No.
Are you stripping again?
Kanye is an idiot.
You're an idiot.
That's all. I'm sorry, Dan, but your youth are idiots. All of them.
Who's an idiot?
Your youth.
My
Kanye
youth.
Jenner.
One player is an idiot.
Well, because
Probably.
Fremantle only have one youth, so they just tar them with the same brush. North have more than one, Jose.
It's not that big of a deal, surely. There are thousands of people that get caught drink driving in this country every day. He made a mistake. It's not that.
They're all idiots. And
Yeah.
It's a stupid thing to do. At the same time, if it happened to me, it wouldn't be made wouldn't go into the public sphere of information. He fucked up. No one was hurt. Hopefully, everyone learns from this and can turn it into a positive.
Yeah,
But good
it
bloke
is like
did it.
driving just from the potential to cause injury. It's a really terrible thing to do because a lot of innocent lives are kind of wrecked by an idiot behind the wheel. But at the same time, you like Morg said, you hope that people learn from their mistakes. And yeah, he made a mistake, but hopefully it doesn't kind of define who he is or ruin his career, and that he has a chance to kind of redeem himself in the public eye.
I think that when young people do make mistakes like this, like we've all done things we're not proud of, I think that with a bit of support he can come through it and put it behind him, and hopefully people in the public also learn from that and don't follow those sort of things, because too many people are dying on our roads. Far too many people.
Stupid thing to do, but he'll learn. And probably the last talking point we have is AFL coach's boss, whatever his name is, Hayden fucking Kennedy, comes out and says, "We support umpires giving out red cards." Now I wonder, how badly could this fuck off?
No. This isn't soccer,
It's an
football. This is Australian rules football. We don't issue out red cards or yellow cards or rainbow cards. Piss off. No.
Like I have to
umpire's
agree. Like
coach.
if something bad happens, then that's what the tribunal and the MLP is there for. And obviously the deterrent of spending a long stint on the sidelines is enough of a threat to stop people from kind of KOing the opposition players and to try and take them out of the game. Like, how often does a Jonas on gaff hit happen? Once a year, if that.
I think more often than not, these incidents aren't intentional. They're spare of the moment, split second decisions, go or don't go, and sometimes you go and you shouldn't, and again, that's something that should be dealt with by the processes we have in place now. Giving matchday umpires more power is stupid. They don't know what to do with the power they already have, and they don't need to have a say in the game. They're there to officiate it. Shut up and do it.
And you've got to realise, I mean, in our game, if you're a man down, you're going to get slaughtered because the ball moves so fast. You get a loose man, and there's no way that you can hold the game together. You're just going to get slaughtered.
Taking the other side of that argument is maybe that's what they're trying to even up. So if you've taken Gaff out of the game, they're essentially a man down. So they're trying to penalise your side, so it's an even up. But that's not our game. That's not how our game's been for 100 years. It's not a part of it, and it shouldn't be now.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna
obviously,
do that sort of thing,
West Coast
you have to do a sin bin kind of thing, because taking one player out, like say in the first quarter, for example, the other team's never going to catch up. They can just chip it over one by one until they kick a goal.
No, they won't be sent off the field. Like, one team won't be 17 down. It'll just be, say, like 21 versus 22, or 21 if a player's injured.
Yeah, that does actually
it's
nothing.
bullshit, and we shouldn't be taking it seriously. I think there was a post on the main board that said it well. If we give Ray Chamberlain the power to send people off, AFL would turn into AFL 7s because every game would finish 7v7.
You reckon that the umpires would probably get a bit of a stiffy when they have to give out a card? I mean, you see it. You tell when they're going to give a holding the ball because they run around, they act self-important, and you reckon they look in the camera saying, makeup's good, my hair's good?
they put the whistle to their mouth, and they like get the crowd and the people watching at home, they kind of get the anticipation. He's like, oh, will he or won't he? And they like try and draw it out as long as possible to try and be the center of attention for that split second. And
You imagine-
that's going to be 20 times over if they suddenly start handing out cards.
Imagine Razor Ray on Friday night.
I was just going to
football
say that.
making an
Imagine
absolute-
Razor Ray.
making an absolute cock of himself. Mate, if
He
you
would
want to
have-
be the star, if you wanted to be the star of the show, you should have learned to play it. You're not.
He
Well,
would have a massive. He would have a massive chubby. The second he got the red card out.
And like,
Oh, actually, it'd be a little chubby because he's only got a small cock.
even now with like match day reports, how many of those get thrown out for being not sufficient and shit like that? Like match day reports have almost become obsolete because so many of them are just like emotional spur of the moment reports. If you're giving him more power to make these decisions, it's literally a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm always
The
right.
AFL's overreaction.
Hashtag Bull's right.
They overreacted when Mason Wood chewed down the clock, and now you don't see the 30-minute shot clock when there's less than 2 minutes to go in a quarter. And now you get this ugly incident with the West Coast player coming off the ground, and now they want to potentially have red cards into the game. I mean, just leave the game alone.
Moving on to the poll. Which sport will be part of Jared Haynes' next lifelong dream? 0% said football. 3% said biathlon. Or 13% said biathlon, sorry. 17.4% said skateboarding. And a whopping 69.6% said Jack Watts wants to be part of his synchronized swimming partner so Jared doesn't have to go solo.
Talking about the Hayne playing, Jesus Christ, he's a mess. Serious mess.
And for questions for this week, well, there are
We'll
fuck
work-
all questions.
We'll work it out.
So anyone got any questions they want to ask any you people?
Hey, Cookie, how do you feel about Jose being appointed as the next manager of Manchester United?
Fucking goo-worthy. Have a chubby over that.
Well, not that you'll be able to see it because Foxtel don't have the rights to the EPL anymore, and I'm not getting Optus.
There are many more ways where you can watch games.
How?
Well, you go fish in a river.
Right, okay.
Fish in a river. Cryptic.
So we are
Fish
beach.
in the sea. I had a question for Starburns, but he's not here.
Soft.
So I'll save that for next time.
Yes. We have to wait until our low energy Starburns comes back.
Yeah, well, wait until he's all high up in energy just so I can take him down.
Yeah, I was a bit weird that Starbirds isn't here. He beat Fremantle at home.
You have filled the little
Yeah,
man
that's-
void beautifully. Well done.
That's not much of an
Thank you,
achievement,
Dad.
though. Like,
If-
in terms
if
of
it-
achievements in 2016, beating Fremantle is probably the lowest on the list.
Yeah, probably.
Beating Essendon.
Beating Sydney.
Losing to Fremantle is a feat of strength, Penal.
I think Starburns forgot to plug his battery up his ass.
Or maybe he forgot to remove whatever was up his ass beforehand.
Ask Penal about it. He knows all about it. Eggs and shit.
Another disturbing chapter of disturbing things Penal does. The goo jar, now this Penal, come on. What's next?
You guys haven't heard all my
Well,
best
you could be
stories.
next,
You
Jose,
are-
given you are that small. He could probably...
Shit.
You're about to be.
It'll be like Lemmings.
You're
Am I
about
going
to
to
be.
be Ant-Man or something?
Jose's so small, he'd fit in one of my pony jars.
Jose, the human prostate chick.
My little
Sounds
Jose.
good. Someone's going to do it.
What?
Dan, how much would you have to be paid to do that?
Oh, $100.
No one does cheap like you do, Dan.
Yeah.
He is a Northie, to be fair.
No, he's a Northie, not a Horfie. Jeez, Penal, get it right.
No, that's what I said. He's a Northie, so he comes cheap because he's broke.
Better to come cheap than not come at all.
That's a
Anyway,
Port Adelaide joke, isn't it? We have no Port Adelaide people in the stream or podcast.
I don't know. Or a joke for people that have had sex before.
well, any nominations for Friend of the Week, and you can, well, give each other reach arounds, I don't give a fuck.
I haven't
Well,
even...
I'm going to nominate, here we go, what's it called? Lol North player on his P-plates does a good bloke.
Nah, it's got to be Teach takes his medicine.
No, we're talking about bay threads. That's a draft board thread or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, it got moved.
I would go with the
Sorry. It's not relevant.
Actually, yeah,
the
okay.
The cats.
Oh
no,
You're just trying to wind me up, bitch.
no worries. I forgot the North thread was last week, the Swampy thread. But no, I go with the I'm calling it the cats are shit thread. That's pretty good.
I've got to, I like that thread as well. I've got to just honourable mention because we love our sort of second post smackdowns, and we've mentioned a few in the past. And I really like this one from in the I find your lack of goo disturbing thread. And this fucking Essendon supporter comes in and says, I hate these Hawthorn flogs more than anyone, but your thread is about as ill-timed as your apparent birth, you collar scumlord. And I just lost it in laughter on that one. So that's my thread.
Anyone else got nominations?
I don't mind plugging this bump of his own thread. The How's the Ross Lyon going for you thread.
Petrol.
As I said, every time we lose, that thread gets bumped. It's just like sun rises the next day.
Bender put an epic smackdown on Mud. Just called him like a bitch. That was fucking awesome.
What's a sprinkler? That's what they call him.
Well, it was a pretty good first. Well, it was a third post smackdown because some idiot took the. I hate it when people take the second post and they don't do anything with it. In your thread, Cookie, the Snoop Dogg thread.
Fucking, why is he supporting the fucking dog? Something just makes no sense.
I don't know. It's funny though.
Well, maybe we can get a moderator. Teach to delete that second post.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but Teach doesn't actually moderate though.
You might not know this, but Teach is kind of just there for, I don't know, making up the numbers.
Okay. So he's the promoter.
Teach, what do you do?
He's a cheerleader.
I'm the boss. I tell the others what to do.
No, Starburns is the boss. Teach is a cheerleader, and Big Joe D and Chappie do all the work.
Yeah, I think
Starburns is the shortest man on the internet. I could just
second shortest. You're forgetting Jose exists.
I could just thump him down, and he'd hit the ground like a bag of shit.
Teach, go into that thread and delete the second post, please. Thanks.
Oh, which one is it?
Just move it to the third.
Just delete it. It's not funny. All right, what's next?
What's the thread?
The gangster rapper enjoys bathwater.
I gave you the link, Teach. Hurry up. Was there really questions? Oh. Maybe we should give a shout out to Wiggo because we know he listens to us.
Oh, that could be, for Flog of the Week.
Oh, speaking of.
Yeah.
There you go. Massive field of Flog of the Weeks this week.
Yeah, no shit. Like, jeez.
Everyone go for nomination. Do not hold back.
Go, Jose.
Okay, I would go with good old Amstaff. Jesus Christ, that NHL thread. Oh my god, that just tipped me over. And he's supporting that Jonas vlog. Oh my god. Just gets worse and worse with Amy.
Shut up. Was that post by Smeghead?
Yeah, it's not funny.
Right, it's gone.
See, the power's working, Cookie. We gotta win everything.
It's not what you know. It's who you know.
Alright, we've got Amstaff. Anyone else? Go nuts.
I was going to go with Teach, but now I can't.
I got to go with Chunky Chicken because of his melting in the Swans board, his post that Dan mentioned earlier, and his fucking continuous melting over the power rankings on the main board. And he's getting absolutely owned by Starburns in that thread. This guy is redefining what it means to be a mental pygmy.
Speaking of Swansport, I've got DB Swanee. I mean, he just acts like a fucking mongoloid shit truck for the past few weeks.
What's that big rocky? What's that big rock he's got on his avatar?
You can't give the award to an alias, guys. Come on, you got to remember the rules.
They're our rules, Jose. Shut up. He's just. I don't understand. Like, he's so obsessed and so fucking boring lately. Like, on here, I rated him as, like, so funny, great storyteller. But poster, fuck, boring. Main board, BORED. I should go on the spelling bee.
You won't win.
Shut up, Jose. You wouldn't see over the microphone.
They would make a movie out of it if you won. A Collingwood supporter winning a spelling bee competition.
Collingwood supporter with teeth wins.
Yeah, but they'd use the Collingwood dictionary.
Would it say, like, fuck you on the first page?
What's the Collingwood dictionary, Teach?
Oh, well, something like fabulous would be, FUB A-L-O-S.
I spell fabulous F-A-S-O-L-O. Basolo.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'm going to nominate Chunky Chicken Smasher. He continues to post.
Oh, did he have the anti-Richmond conspiracy?
Smasher, yes.
Yeah, he does my head in, that guy. No, that'll do.
Yeah, I'll go for the Chunky Chicken and also Smash.
I went to a lot of effort with those Tism stories.
Yeah, but
Well, I
this
was going to nominate you for Flog of the Week, but you just did me a favour, so I couldn't.
is Flog of the Week, Teach, not Fred of the Week. Besides, you could just whack a vintage bay tag on your own Fred if you wanted to.
No, I'm not that vain.
Put Festival of the Red. That's an awesome tag.
Anyway, moving on to next week's games. And, well, we start out Friday night with
10 and zip.
Swans versus North.
10 and zip.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Come at us.
SCG?
Yep,
Or...
SCG.
Oh,
It doesn't matter where it's played. It could be played on the moon for all I care. They're not going to beat us.
They still wouldn't have any supporters there, Turner.
you're going down, Dan?
Not a chance.
No.
Oh, yeah.
My cold hard tips say that Sydney's winning this one, Dan. I'm sorry.
I don't give a shit what your tip is. You're a little man with very bloody eyebrows.
Doesn't mean that your team's going to win.
It doesn't mean that your tip's going to get wet. I mean, right?
Did you say your tip wasn't going to get wet?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, right.
So, well, somebody's tip's going to get wet tonight, eh, Morg?
Maybe.
We still haven't received that pic of NL on the bed.
Oh, I've taken plenty. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll send a few our way.
I'm just going to come on to hack our iCloud account.
Yeah, get him in a Tarzan pose.
Is that your thing?
No, I just want to have a laugh.
So yeah,
Oh, you wouldn't be laughing.
Dan loves the Jungle Book and Teach loves Tarzan. I'm learning more about these books every week.
And you like My Little Pony.
Wait, it should be.
Oh, well, everyone has their thing. Not that there's anything.
Everyone has their dirty little secret.
He actually probably looks like Baloo.
What?
Who does?
Dan.
NL.
NL doesn't look like Baloo, you idiot.
He looks...
Baloo's the bear, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the big hairy bear.
Okay, I'm reasonably content he does not look like a bear. I mean, I've met him a few times and I think I'm, not like a bear, Teach.
Teach looks like a bear.
Yeah, you're kind of bear. One of those leather chap-wearing bears.
Bondage party.
Mm-hmm.
And, you have to be North to win.
Oh, yeah, we're still tipping. Whoops, yeah, North.
Yeah, got to go with a team that's undefeated. They haven't lost. North.
Yeah,
10 and zip.
North will win, I think.
NL reckon... Oh, hang on. Here's NL.
No, I just said it would be the choke of the century if we lose this. Well, this would be an all-time choke. Huge.
Mate, they're a good size. They're a good side. It won't be a choke.
They're a good size.
They lost to Richmond and they played awful last week. I reckon
Actually,
16 teams will beat.
Teach, if they're a good size, then it will be a choke.
Anyway, next game, just give your margins. It's Brisbane versus Hawthorn.
I'm tipping Brisbane.
Forget it.
Are you tipping Brisbane?
I'm tipping Brisbane.
Brave man.
Hawthorn with only going to have to put 3 guys on the ground and they'll win.
I'm tipping Hawthorn by 59 points.
Why wouldn't you tip 69?
Too many outs.
Yeah, I'll go Hawthorn by a mile.
Hawthorn by about 80. They'll score 100 points, Penal.
Well, we've done that now a couple times.
Yeah. I'm just saying they will score 100 points, so someone could bump my Fred up already. Fucking hell, I'm terrible.
Next game we have Melbourne versus Deflated Fish at some shithole, I think, Darwin.
It's in Darwin. It's the Jimmy Toompas Cup, and Melbourne will be winning this one.
Yep, Melbourne. Hogan to kick it.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Melbourne.
I couldn't give a shit about this game, so I'm not even going to tip.
Tip a draw, Dan.
Neville
it's
Darwin
not even.
be covered by
It's not even worthy of a draw. No, I can't tip this game.
It's below.
I won't tip this game. It's below me.
I tip.
Listen to Mr. High and Mighty.
Well,
No,
are you
no.
going to watch this? Are you going to watch this game on the weekend, Teach?
No.
No, exactly.
Doesn't even watch his own.
Yeah, it's another quality game on the other channel. It's called the Brisbane v Hawthorn. Yeah, clearly.
I'll be
I'll be
laying the
watching that
touch.
game.
I'd rather
I'll
watch
be wa-
that game over Melbourne and Port.
I'll be laying the touch of the teacher, the girlfriend.
I tip Port Adelaide because it's less far to go to Darwin.
Okay, moving on. Next game we have St Kilda versus Fremantle at Etihad.
St Kilda for the Ross Lions.
0-10.
Yeah, this will be 0-10. St Kilda are going to win this. Fremantle are fucking woeful. The Ross Lyon Cup again to St Kilda.
Well, at least you'll be in double-digit losses, and you might even score double digits if it's inside.
The Heath Black Cup.
Watch out for that swirling inside wind.
Yeah, fucking Basil's commentating that game. I'll fucking mute the channel. I'll mute the TV or whatever.
It's Sunday Twilight. You'll get Dwayne.
Oh.
Oh,
Will we get BT?
It's as good as it gets.
Oh yeah, Dwayne's the one that fucking, puts that, like, the game isn't out of, reach for the other team.
Yeah, they're 100 points down. They can still win it.
Exactly.
That's the fire starter.
Yeah, like, I'm Fremantle down by 36 points, and, like, I think it was against North, and they're going, this could be the fire starter. I'm going, Fremantle can't score over fucking 100. Good luck.
He must live by himself because there couldn't be a family that could put up with that dickhead.
Not even a mother could put that guy.
Is that all the tips for this game?
Yeah, I'm going St Kilda. And, well, we have Essendon versus Richmond at the G.
Tigers.
Yep, Tigers.
Essendon.
Oh, you shit stirrer.
Every time I tip fucking Essendon, they lose. Like, I tipped Essendon against Gold Coast, and Gold Coast win by about 60. So, Richmond.
Yeah, but no, teach Essendon for a chance. I mean, they do bring opponents to their shit level.
Also, Richmond found Cotchin.
Yeah, I tip Richmond.
Kilda are playing well.
That's doing a close loss to get chewed off.
I mean, yeah, Richmond. So, next game, Adelaide versus Greater Western Sydney at Adelaide. This is probably the game of the round.
Probably the toughest game to tip as well.
Yeah.
Gonna have to go for the Giants, I'm afraid.
No, I
Go for the
think
Camrys.
the Crows, they're pretty
Giants.
solid at home. And GWS haven't really proven anything on the road yet, so take the Crows.
Actually, talking about Adelaide, you guys got to get Balfour's pie. They're actually quite good. I can see why Brad Crouch always eats them all the fucking time.
What does he eat?
Balfour's pies. I'm not sure how they're fucking pronounced, but they're really good.
Balfour's pies. Oh, yeah, okay. Must be one of them South Australian dishes or something.
I heard they get stuck into a pie. I heard they get stuck into a pie floater before a game.
Oh, the with peas.
Yep.
Oh, they're really good.
Well, next game we have got Carlton versus Geelong at Etihad.
This is also another tough game to tip because Geelong
The Empire strikes back.
So Carlton to win.
The Cat Empire.
Fuck off. They're the get this. Carlton never beaten Geelong at Etihad. Never.
So you've convinced me Carlton to win?
Yeah, I have to go with
same here.
Cats.
Nah, Cats to win.
The Cats should win, but the Morgs, your tip?
What? Oh, Geelong.
Right, next is Collingwood versus Bathwater at the G. And, well, the Dogs can't play at the G worth a shit, so Collingwood to smash them.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game. Go by Collingwood by 2 goals.
I reckon Collingwood will win this game.
I reckon the Dogs will get up. They got a couple of key ins, I think. So
I'm torn. I don't know who's going to win this game.
Draw.
I'll tip a draw. Why not?
Now the battle of the cocaine merchants.
Did I tip that? Collingwood. But no, with no confidence.
And lastly, we have got, West Coast versus Gold Coast at Domain. And, how much do you think West Coast is going to win by?
220.
Oh, the record's in
300.
danger. The record's in danger there. The record is 239 points.
How many did Kennedy kick in the first quarter against? Who did they play last week?
Against us, he kicked 5 goals in the first quarter.
He'll kick 10 in the first quarter, and he'll kick 20 for the match.
The Eagles will get 100 by half time, I reckon.
I mean, Eagles, the average winning margin there's like 14 goals or some ridiculous number.
And
The
also
Gold Coast are running around like they got those really thick Coke bottle glasses on. They can't see what they're doing.
I think that's because they've been taking too much cocaine.
Yeah, probably. And then half of them drop to their knees and pray to Jesus and say, "Save us."
Coke and Jesus are not a good mix.
No.
Just ask Michael Jackson.
Or Prince.
Yeah, but Prince was talented though. Oh, so was Michael Jackson. Yeah, I shouldn't really make jokes about that.
Well, who cares?
Sorry, MJ. Sorry, Prince.
They're dead. What are they going to do?
Yeah, but... Yeah. Oh.
Alright, and well, this has been the Flogcast for round 10 with no innkeeper, like with Fifey. So we have Morgan Ashley.
Farewell, Floggos.
We have got Jose Mourinho.
See ya.
We have got Brain Power.
Fare thee well.
We have got Teach.
Nighty night.
Dan.
See ya.
And me, Cookson. Thanks for listening. See you again next time.